Hi guys, we're gonna make a sheet pan supper. I've never done it. I'm making it up as I go, like I normally do. I've got two really big fat, whoa, one guy's on the run, T-bone pork chops. So I'm gonna make a simple marinade and see how this comes out. And I'm gonna let you know this is a true test for me. In my marinade, I'm gonna put some olive oil. I'm gonna put some honey. Again, I measure with my heart for everything. I am going to put some pepper. I am going to put some salt, a little balsamic, and the last thing I want to put in is some Dijon. What do you think? I'm going to do some apples, some onions, some butternut squash, some potatoes. Right now what I wanted to do is put the marinade right on top of these pork chops and get them, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm lying to you, is put some salt and pepper on them right now. I always try to season my meat before I put anything else on them because this is your chance to get it while it's naked. Does that make sense? Me and my words, I swear. So I come up with this concept because I want something simple to throw in the oven because I'm busy. I want to do some yard work today. And I thought I could throw these in, go outside, come back and forth, and we'll go from there. And when I do this, I make it up and then I don't write it down. So you guys, I want to write a cookbook. So right now my goal for this coming year, or I should say for next year, I might have to make the marinade a little more, we'll see, is to write a cookbook and start writing my recipes down. So these pork chops, I want to start them before I finish cutting up my vegetables. And then I'm going to do something separate. I think I'm just going to do some simple olive oil, salt and pepper. This is going to be good. I'm going to do some simple salt, pepper, olive oil on my veggies and make it up as I go like I normally do. What would you put on your sheet pan pork chops? So far, they look pretty tasty. I think they're going to do really well. What I did for the camera is I cut the butternut squash into French fries. So I'm going to put the French fries that I'm making for myself on the far end because my husband doesn't eat butternut squash. He is going to have potatoes and I'm going to have butternut squash. Obviously not all of this butternut squash. It is leftover from, remember when I made the zuppa toscana soup? I only used half of the butternut squash for that. So this is the other half of that. For some reason I think onions and apples and pork chops and butternut squash sound pretty good. So when you cut your onion, be sure to leave the hairy part, I call it the hairy part, it's really the root, intact. Cut the other part off. Cut your onion in half this way, lengthwise. Cut your onion tip off. And then when you have the hairy part, it's not hairy, is it? You hold that part while you're cutting, if that makes any sense. So that's my little handle. I hold the end of the root and I seriously just use my big knife and then it's already chopped and diced when I get done with cutting. Root garbage. Empty garbage. Usually in my videos I have a full garbage behind me. I noticed that. I had an empty garbage today because I wasn't going to start with that. So half of a half an onion is going to go down the center. Normally I'd say I'd put everything on the same sheet pan, but like I said, my husband doesn't eat butternut squash, nor is he going to eat this apple that I'm going to cut. So here's a tip for the apple. You're going to cut it in sections, always putting the flat side down. Just keep rolling it to the flat side. You have a core left, toss the core. Put all your apples so that they are laying flat. I cut them in strips. And then I cut them sideways, turn them, and you got little squares. I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time, so I hope you can see this a little bit. I'm trying to get this in the food. Apples and onions, pork chops, butternut squash. So, what's that screaming? That's screaming fall. That's screaming something. Screaming my mouth later. I guess Dave's going to have baked potatoes with his because I'm running out of room on the sheet pan. So much for my sheet pan idea. But baked potatoes, I'll wrap them in foil. He likes those anyway. So this is looking delicious. We have my sheet pan. Now, because I'm conscious of how much, oh, I know what I forgot. We forgot, or I forgot. You didn't forget anything. I knew there was more. Garlic cloves. First, I was going to show you how to smash one. I'm sure you already know. Smash. Boink. Skin's off. Throw the skin away. Then I just throw that skin away. I just kind of slice and dice. So, can't forget the garlic. So it should have been in the marinade. I would have put that in the marinade if I wasn't making a video and I was paying attention to what I should be doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some in my apples and onions. I had 2 more cloves ready to go into the marinade. So much for that idea. I'm going to smash them because it just flattens them out, and do the same. Chunk them up. Are you able to see me? Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm working with some old iPhones, old equipment, and I'm really new at this, as you already know. So, I don't want you to look at the top of my head. What are you guys having for dinner? Are you having something delicious? Something boring? Same old, same old? I tried to shake it up, thinking this would be pretty tasty, and so far, it's a show. Now, on these, I'm going to put some garlic powder, some seasoned salt. I'm going to put some olive oil on my butternut squash. Now remember, olive oil is good for us. Plus it's going to toast them up. I'll put a little bit on there. I'm going to put some salt. Not much. Some salt and pepper. Always measure with my heart. And pepper, apples, and onions, believe it or not. We went to a restaurant in Lake George, and they had stuffed pork chops with an apple sausage stuffing, and there was a mustard maple gravy. I came home, replicated the whole thing. I guess that's one of the things I like doing. I'm trying to get the pepper out of my salt because I mixed my fingers up. What do you think? I will show you the finished product.